Okay, stop. Before you scroll past this, I need you to watch the next 60 seconds. Because what I'm about to share with you changed the life of a 52-year-old woman named Sandra from Ohio. And honestly, it might change yours too. Sandra wasn't doing anything crazy. She wasn't on some expensive program. She wasn't buying fancy supplements from some influencer's website. She was literally just chewing 2 tiny little cloves every single morning. That's it. And within 30 days, her doctor called her results unexpected. Her blood work changed, her energy changed, her digestion changed, everything changed. And when she told me the story, I immediately called up my friend and one of the most trusted health educators in the country right now, Dr. Kevin Ham, and he said, and I quote, "This is exactly what people need to hear. So buckle up, my friend, because this one is going to blow your mind." Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is all about real science, real stories, and real results, the kind of stuff your doctor doesn't have time to explain during a 10-minute appointment. And today we are going deep on something that has been sitting in your kitchen spice rack this entire time, completely ignored. We're talking about cloves. Yeah, those tiny dark little buds that most Americans only think about during Thanksgiving or Christmas baking. Turns out, science is now showing us that these things are one of the most powerful natural health tools on the planet. And chewing just 2 of them a day, not a bottle of pills, not a $200 supplement, just 2 cloves can set off a chain reaction inside your body that most people would never expect. Now listen, I want to be real with you from the start. I'm not here to promise miracles. I'm not here to tell you that cloves cure everything. What I am going to do is walk you through the actual science, the real research, the clinical studies, and I'm going to explain exactly what's happening inside your body when you do this consistently. And then I want you to make your own decision. Sound fair? Let's get into it. So first, what even are cloves? I know, basic question, but stay with me. Cloves are the dried flower buds of a tree called Syzygium aromaticum. They've been used in Ayurvedic medicine, in Chinese medicine, in African traditional medicine for literally thousands of years. But here's what's wild. For most of that history, people didn't know why cloves worked. They just knew that they did. And now, in 2024 and 2025, researchers and scientists are finally catching up, and what they're finding is absolutely stunning. The main reason cloves are so powerful comes down to a compound called eugenol. Say it with me, eugenol. This is the active chemical inside cloves that does most of the heavy lifting, and it has been studied extensively by institutions like the National Institute of Health, PubMed, and research centers all over the world. Eugenol has been shown to have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and even neuroprotective properties. That's a lot of big words. Let me break it down into plain English for you right now. Here's the first thing that happens when you chew 2 cloves every day. Your body starts fighting inflammation from the inside out. Now, I know you've heard the word inflammation thrown around a lot. But let me tell you, chronic inflammation is one of the biggest silent killers in America right now. It's behind heart disease. It's behind type 2 diabetes. It's behind joint pain, fatigue, brain fog, and so many of the conditions that millions of Americans are struggling with every single day. And eugenol, the compound found in cloves, has been shown in multiple studies to reduce the body's inflammatory response. Dr. Kevin Ham has talked about this extensively, and he explains it perfectly. Inflammation is like a fire inside your body, and eugenol is like a natural fire extinguisher. Not a drug, not a synthetic chemical, something that grows on a tree. And when you chew those cloves, you're getting that eugenol directly into your bloodstream, through your mouth, through your saliva, through digestion. It starts working fast. That's why people notice changes so quickly. Now let's talk about something that affects nearly half of all American adults right now, blood sugar. This is huge. A study published in a peer-reviewed journal showed that a water-soluble polyphenolic extract from cloves taken daily for just 30 days led to measurable improvements in both fasting blood glucose and post-meal blood sugar levels in healthy and pre-diabetic volunteers. And this isn't just one tiny study. The meta-analysis, that's a study of studies, confirmed that eugenol treatment in hyperglycemic models decreased glucose levels, improved the lipid profile, and reduced oxidative damage in the liver and kidneys. Broette, that's wild. All from a spice that cost you maybe $3 at any grocery store in America. And look, if you're already on diabetes medication, please talk to your doctor before adding cloves because eugenol can interact with those medications. That's important. But for the average person looking to support their blood sugar naturally, this is a game changer. And this is exactly the kind of thing Dr. Kevin Ham wants more people to know about. Because too often we are conditioned to think that good health has to be expensive. It has to come in a fancy bottle with a celebrity endorsement. But some of the most powerful health tools in the world are sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. And most people walk right past them every single day. Let me tell you about what happened with Sandra's gut health, because this one really got me. Before she started chewing cloves, Sandra was dealing with bloating, irregular digestion, and that awful heavy feeling after every meal. Sound familiar to anyone? Modern research is now showing that cloves help stimulate the production of digestive enzymes, the chemicals your body uses to break down food properly. Eugenol has also been shown to reduce gas formation and calm the gut lining. There's even evidence that cloves may help protect the stomach lining and support mucus production, which is your body's natural defense against ulcers. So within just the first 2 weeks, Sandra noticed her bloating going down. She felt lighter after meals. Her digestion started feeling more regular and natural. And she hadn't changed anything else. Same diet, same lifestyle, just 2 cloves every morning. Now here's something I did not expect to find when I went deep into the research, and this one floored me. There is a 2025 paper published by researchers at Yerevan State University in collaboration with Italian scientists at the National Council of Research, and it explored the neuroprotective properties of cloves. They found that eugenol and other compounds in cloves may actually help protect brain cells from the kind of damage associated with neurodegenerative diseases. We're talking about conditions like Alzheimer's. The kind of research that is being done at the highest levels of science right now is pointing to this tiny little spice as something that may have a role to play in protecting your brain as you age. Now, it's early research. We need more human trials. Dr. Kevin Ham always says, and this is something I deeply respect about him, he always says, the most powerful thing you can do is act on the best evidence available right now while staying open as the science evolves. And right now, the evidence on cloves is more exciting than most people realize. Let's talk about your mouth, because this is one of the most immediate benefits people notice, and it's one that science backs up really solidly. Cloves have been used in dentistry for centuries, and not without good reason. A study published in the Journal of Dentistry found that clove extract had measurable antimicrobial effects against the bacteria that cause gum disease. When you chew a clove, eugenol is released directly into your mouth, killing harmful bacteria, freshening your breath, and reducing inflammation in your gums. Sandra told me that by day five, her mouth felt different, cleaner, fresher, like she had just come from the dentist. And she hadn't done anything differently except chew those 2 cloves. That's eugenol doing its job. It's literally a natural antimicrobial, sitting right inside this tiny little bud. Now I want to address something important, because I care about you and I want to be fully honest with you. Cloves are powerful, and like anything powerful, they need to be used with respect. The safe amount that most experts recommend is 1 to 3 whole cloves per day. That's it. 2 is the sweet spot. You don't need more. In fact, too many can cause irritation in your mouth, heartburn, or nausea, especially on an empty stomach. If you're pregnant, nursing, or if you're on blood-thinning medications, please talk to your doctor before starting this habit, because eugenol can affect blood clotting. And concentrated clove oil is a completely different story that's much more potent and needs to be handled carefully. We're talking about 2 whole cloves, chewed slowly, ideally after a meal. That's the move. Now I want to circle back to Sandra for a second, because at the 30-day mark, she went in for her regular checkup. And her doctor, who she had seen for years, looked at her blood work and said, what changed? Her inflammatory markers were lower. Her fasting blood sugar had improved, and she just looked at her doctor and smiled and said, I've been chewing 2 cloves every morning. And her doctor, bless him, had no idea what to say, because they don't teach cloves in medical school. They don't study spices in most clinical training programs. But the science is there. It's on PubMed. It's in peer-reviewed journals. It just hasn't made it to mainstream conversation yet. And that's exactly why videos like this exist. Dr. Kevin Ham has been saying for years that the future of health isn't going to be found in one magic pill. It's going to be found in people rediscovering the power of natural, consistent, evidence-based habits. And nothing represents that idea better than this. 2 cloves every morning. That's it. No complicated routine. No expensive program. Just you, a tiny little spice bud, and your commitment to showing up for yourself every single day. Here's what I want you to do right now. Cloves. Not clove oil, not clove capsules, just regular whole cloves, available at Walmart, Kroger, Trader Joe's, Amazon, anywhere. Grab a small bag. It costs almost nothing. Tomorrow morning, after breakfast, pop 2 whole cloves in your mouth and slowly chew them. Let the flavor spread. Let that eugenol do its thing. Do it for 30 days. Then come back to this video and tell me in the comments what you noticed. I read every single comment, I respond as much as I can, and I genuinely want to know your experience. And listen, you know someone in your life right now who is struggling, someone dealing with energy issues, blood sugar problems, gut issues, inflammation, chronic pain, someone who has tried everything and feels like nothing works. I want you to share this video with them, right now, not later, not all think about it, right now, because information doesn't help people unless it reaches them. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone is send them a video that might actually change their life. My friend, if this video gave you even 1 piece of value today, please do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when we drop new content like this. And save this video, seriously save it, so you can come back and reference it whenever you need a reminder of why those 2 little cloves are worth it. This is your health. This is your life. And small daily habits, done consistently, done with intention, are what change everything. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.